You are in a planning time. At the moment, progress is slow. We have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. But the thing is, it may be slow progress, but it's firm, it's solid. You are actually achieving something. And this is, oh. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to have a look at. And if you're not familiar with your chart, there is in fact there's two links in the description down below to go and get yourself a free birth chart. You just need your time and place of birth as well as date. Okay, so being a general reading rules apply. So timing's not absolute, far from it. If another person turns up in the reading, sometimes I can get you and them mixed up maybe. I've yet to see that happen. Let me know if it does. But the cards don't come with name tags, so that is possible. Now, there is where my readings are different to a lot of the other YouTube ones is one, it either is for you or it's not. There's no take what resonates. It's a job lot. If the past and present fit, it's for you. If the past and present don't fit, it's not for you. Go and watch your rising sign. In fact, always go and watch your rising sign anyway. Now, if what you can do is ask a question prior to this reading. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment. If you've seen my videos before, you know what I'm going to say. Concentrate on one of them, but be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer what they want. You know, they're not what you and I think are the most pressing questions. So focus on one of the questions for a while. That gives energy to the process, which I will hopefully return to you with an appropriate reading. And if I don't, somebody will. So, you know, the universe will find a way. So yeah, I think that's all my pre-show waffle. Obviously, I would like you as a YouTuber to like, share and subscribe the video, but you can make your mind up about that at the end. A like does help the video get seen, and a subscribe really helps the channel. Yes, the other thing down there is there's a link to a Facebook page for this channel. I post all of my videos, obviously, because YouTube notifications have gone really weird. But also, I have an inbox there, so you can contact me directly if you want a personal reading. That's a good way to do it. I also share all the astrology videos that I watch, or at least all of the weather forecast astrology videos that I watch. You know, maybe not some of the more really in-depth stuff, but I try to make it a bit of a one-stop shop for you. That's everything that I can think of saying. So let's get straight into the cards. Now, it does look like, Capricorn, that you are in a time of preparation, in a time of taking something forward, as well as the altar priestess here, preparation, prayer and sacred ritual. What I want to draw your attention to is this Mother of the Dawn, or the emissary card from the Mausolea. Now, this is about somebody who is using their agency that they've not had time to use before, and they are going around not time, sorry, I take that back, not time, where they have not had the ability or opportunity to use before. It hasn't been the time for them to use it before, is what I was trying to say. But now that they have that agency, now that they have that ability to act of their own accord, they are going around being a voice for people and acting out of compassion. So you are being prepared for something. You are being prepared for something that you are taking out into the world, and that is hopefully coming from a space of compassion with you. We also have Joan of Arc with conviction. Now, there's two levels to that card. It's showing you that you are protected, although I may understand why you don't necessarily feel like it at the moment. Certainly because there's been a lot of debate around how you are going to move forward recently. There's potentially been some sense of conflict, and I feel that Yeah, so I feel that whichever Capricorns this reading is for, you know what I'm talking about because you have been listening to Spirit. And we've got the Two of Wands here in the how you are feeling, and you're aware that you want to take on board a burden. And this is one that you are wanting to. You are going, whoo, that's going to be a big job. I want to do it. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Also, we have Nanael here with spiritual communication, and we have from the Angelarium the Leliel, the angel of the night. Now, Leliel is not quite the abyss, but she is the darkness in which things can be created. She is that state of potentiality, like the darkness of the womb, like the goddess Nyx in one of the Greek creation myths. It is out of Nyx that everything was created. Bear in mind, when God says, let there be light, at first there was necessarily darkness. So there's that sense of pregnancy, that sense of something about to come into being, something being formed at the moment, although it feels really slow for you. But you are being reminded with the High Priestess of Earth here that, yeah, what you are going to be creating is real world, but look after yourself in the process. Eat well, sleep well, take rest. You can only do so much in any one day. You may have wonderful clarity about it. You may be bringing two wonderful things together, but you only have so much time in the day, so much energy, and some of that energy has to be expended not on your project or the way that Spirit is pushing you, but on feeding yourself, staying warm, you know, all the extra things that when we can get, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but when we can get a little obsessed with something, just I'm working on this, I want to get it done, and then all of a sudden it can be 11:30 at night and you realise you haven't really eaten out. So there's, make sure you take the time to eat and to sleep and to rest and give your brain a rest, because progress at the moment does appear slow. You may be wanting to go forward and go, I have my idea. I'm going to go out into the world. I've listened to Spirit, like I said, and I have spiritual communication, Two of Wands, but you have to remember you are in a planning. Yes. You are in a planning time at the moment. Progress is slow. We have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. But the thing is, it may be slow progress, but it's firm, it's solid. You are actually achieving something. And this is, this is something where you are achieving some form of personal freedom that is really making you happy. This is from Tarot Z, which was my third deck. So I'm using Gilded Tarot, Spellcaster Tarot, one of my favourites, and Tarot Z. Why I was drawn to a zombie tarot this month, who knows? But I'm hoping that this crowd that have just broken through a barbed wire fence are not necessarily a zombie horde. Because I have got that sense of, I've got that sense of freedom, and I was far more drawn to the freedom of the breaking of the barbed wire fence than I was to the fact that they are zombies. But I also get the feeling that, okay, that they are old things resurrected. This is leading to a happiness, but it may well be, because this is the Ten of Cups here, it may well be a happiness that you have experienced before, or at least that you have glimpsed before, because I feel that this is something that you may have set your sights on for a while. We've got the King of Pentacles here, who's going, yeah, I'm in a good place. I am in a good place, but what's over there? what is over there. I want to do, I'm fine here, but I want to go over there and I want to go and do that. And you've certainly had the strength to do that. And I feel that there's enough time has passed because of something that you have saved in the past. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'll work out what that means. Or hopefully I'll come back to it and not just go off waffling and forget all about it. Right, but recently you have been forced into a sense of transformation because of various things crumbling down around you. But your strength, because we have the strength card here and we have the strength card here, that's the Wheel of Fortune, of course it is. Your strength has been carrying along. There has been, okay, so recently you've had good luck and bad luck. And I think it's hard to tell one from the other. Because there is that sense of, you have that sense of agency, that sense of freedom now that you didn't necessarily before. But you've got that Tower card and Transformation card. It's like whatever that change was, whatever that transformation was, it wasn't easy. And now there is a chance to be heading on to a new place, but there's, okay, there is opposition, or has been recently, opposition to what you were trying to do. So I think more things have got destroyed, more things have got booted out of the way so that you can do what you was thinking of doing. But there is still resistance because you've given yourself your own quest and you want to take somebody along with them, but they're not really concentrating. And I think they are looking at how things used to be and go, why can't it be like that again? Well, I'm sorry, but that time is finished. That time is done. You know, there's no point moving back into an old building if the building's collapsed. You know, there's more transformation to come. And that's why you're being held back and slowed down at the moment, because there is so much more information coming into you. This Ten of Swords here, I'm literally seeing it like the guy has got 10 magic swords materializing and beaming information down onto him. I'm not seeing that the trauma, the death. I'm seeing that he's been taken out of action so that he can have a download, an upgrade, however you want to look at it. It feels very He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, only that's a lot of power swords there. Which again is enabling you to plan effectively, firmly, in ways that will matter. They may not matter right now, but they are 3D, real day-to-day life plans that once they're in place, that's good. That will be really, really good for you. And it is there is a transformation coming where you may be called on to defend those that you love, but that's also a balanced act in and of itself. Don't go overboard on the defense. How do I put that? If you think the best defense is a good offense, don't go overboard on the good offense to ensure that you have the good defense. A balance is required because there's a burden that you know very well that you are taking on, and there's yet more details to come through that will come clear so that you can go, oh, okay, that's how I'm supposed to do it. And oh, maybe it's even a little bit more work than what I was expecting, but with the effective plans and with good partnerships, I am able to achieve this and end up to a better place. Now, the better place doesn't mean that the pain is over, because there has been Yep. I've moved again. Right. So I've no idea what was going there. So was it you are ending up at a better place by partnership with somebody? We've got Two of Cups, Two of Wands. So angel number 22 to start off with. A choice coming up regarding the plans that you have set into action, and somebody or something working together really well with you, where you have drawn, it's not opposites but complementary halves together. And like I say, Spirit has been putting these things in your position, in your path. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, and I got the preparation vibe as well, because if you think Sagittarius, Capricorn, new moon in Sagittarius, you are starting to move with whatever was born in Sagittarius as a Capricorn. So you are taking things into the world. You are grounding whatever is created within that nightscape that Leliel offers, that place of creation. There really is, if you are feeling drawn to doing something, do it. Just expect it to be hard work. The rewards will not come immediately, but I think you've already overcome the relevant opposition, i.e. family, friends, partner, whatever, because I feel that you're almost at a point at the moment of you have the chance now, so why not? And I think other people can see it. They may be wanting you to cut certain things out, but if they concentrate, if you allow them into your strategic thinking, because they're very, very distant. Seven of Swords here. They're very, very distant. And maybe a little bit concentrating on something else. Page of Cups. Maybe being a little bit self-focused. But they have the ability to see what you can see if you spell it out to them. Okay, so I've got Ten of Pentacles here for the hopes and fears. And the phrase that immediately, because this is again Tarot Z, so it's the army shooting all the zombies. And reclaiming, is that a bit of New York or a bit of London? Oh, it's a bit of London. But it's, you're worried that the cure is worse than the disease. Whatever that means. So if there's someone who, this person who is putting up resistance here, may be the same person who's been a little bit self-obsessed and not paying attention, but has the ability to understand what you're talking about if you can get them to look at it. But it seems to be a fear that you will be left on your own or betrayed by that particular circumstance if you try to take this territory, you know, ideological territory, this method of moving forward, if you try and take that yourself, and they don't come along. But to be honest, I'm rather feeling that although there is pain on the way, I mean, Three of Swords, Five of Cups, so it does indicate a painful loss. But I love this particular Five of Cups, because this particular Five of Cups doesn't just say, look at what you've got left. Or like the Rider-Waite deck says, for God's sake, will you please look at what you've got left. This one is saying, I've got these two cups left. I don't need the others. If anything, it's a good thing that they've gone. And that in itself, there is a dawning realization coming. So whether that dawning realization is this influence disappearing, which is what you were also scared of, or I more think with the Two of Wands, Two of Cups here, it's this influence suddenly going, okay, yeah, I'm on board. I understand. I've listened. I'm on board. Because again, card number 2, but High Priestess, recognition, 3 of Pentacles, and the Fool, new start, for the future here. So there is some form of loss that comes after this person has either fully committed or fully disappeared out of this particular issue. I'm not saying they're disappearing, I'm saying they're disappearing out of this issue. You know, disappearing out of the issue could be them saying, well, I'm still your friend, but just do what you want, just don't involve me. You know, that's the lower or more negative way of looking at it, but I think it's more with that 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, it's more that they're coming on board with you. And so there is a reason why they're not necessarily on board with you right now, and the reason is to give you that time to prepare, to give you that time to think it all through, to give you that time to know what your argument is going to be. A potential future. As things start moving, oh, this is lovely. The Chariot, the Sun, the World. Happy, happy, joy, joy, movement and everything working out. Okay, so that's the blunt way of putting it. But like I said, there is a pain first. Now, is this a different option or all the same option? And I'm getting the answer both. 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 6 of Wands. You can be pulled off the path by other options. But more to the point is that there is going to be elements of what you are wanting to do, which it's almost like it gets narrowed down and narrowed down with the 8 of Cups. It's like, yeah, I don't need that no more, don't need that no more, don't need that no more. I've still got plenty of options to move forward and I will have victory. And bear in mind that this is... So either way, that's a win-win. If these are 2 separate futures, that's pretty much a win-win. But I really love this whole Chariot, Sun, World card here, because it really does indicate every movement towards everything going well with what it is in the fashion that you are expressing your freedom. But like I say, right now, it's slow as, you know, it's, but I want to take you just very briefly to a relevant path where we start with, I want you to remember a time when you was on your own and you got a new idea that you had to defend and you had to look after because it affected home and hearth, but it's something that you became really skillful at, that you rose it above the level that you was expecting it to be. So Magician card, Zombie Magician card, and 10 of Cups. You have done this before. You have convinced other people to join with you before, and you've recently been trying to do that, but I feel that somebody or other events just cut it dead for a little while. But that inner momentum, that inner awareness that this was in the future for you has never really disappeared and never really faded. So one final card. I think that's all of the cards. Yeah. Oh yeah. And 2 of Cups here, that reinforces what I was saying about the partnership. So they will come around. They will either come around or they'll disappear, with regards to the issue, whichever the issue is, the issue of your question. The guardian angel of maturity. As I take responsibility, I also develop my strength. So 10 of Wands here, 10 of Wands here, showing that you are taking on a burden, you are taking on a responsibility, which you know already. You know exactly that this is what you're trying to do, and you'll be fine. You will be fine because your strength, you already know intimately a certain amount of strength, but you're going to be surprised about how much further this can go. There's nothing more really. This is a shorter one, considering all the other readings, Capricorn, have been like 40 minutes long. But this is so clear and so succinct. I hope you think I've been clear and succinct. But it really is. Stick at it. Do the thing where you are free. Do the thing that you needed to be free for. So now that you are free, do it. That's it. Because the other thing I've got here, on the bottom of the other deck, the zombie deck, was Two of Pentacles, that sense of balance. But that is a zombie raising out of the ocean and walking towards the land. But to be honest, when I first looked at it, it looked like a giant zombie raising out of the ocean walking towards the land. So it made me think of the Titan Telos of Greek myths. If you ever saw Jason and the Argonauts, the big bronze statue. So there's an immense amount of stuff to be balanced, or there is an immense weight to be balanced, but there is an immense power to do that balancing. So that now that you are free, do what you needed to be free to do. All right? Okay. Like I think I've said on other readings, new moons coming up next, so I'll do that and then I'll come back to the monthlies and carry on with the Chinese zodiac. All right? Cheers.